So you know what will stop you from actually achieving success and leveling up in life? It's not necessarily your lack of skills or talent or your lack of ambition or drive. It's really one thing, and that one thing is your addiction to comfort. It's complacency. Comfort is literally the enemy of greatness. I like to put it that way because if there's one thing that stops people from achieving greatness, it's comfort. It's their addiction to scrolling on social media, to porn, even to just watching Netflix, right, for hours upon hours every single night, or even just like 1 or 2 hours every single night, instead of actually working on something that they know they need to be working on. It's the distractions ultimately that stop you from basically achieving greatness. And in today's day and age, I touched on this briefly yesterday actually, but in today's day and age, comfort is just the most like omnipresent thing in society. It's super easy to be comfortable, to get complacent, to get distracted, that you've got to be more aware than ever whenever you're slipping into this quiet death of comfort. Because that's the thing, it's not necessarily loud, right? When you're getting comfortable, when you're getting complacent, right, it doesn't happen in a very loud manner. It's not like everything falls apart in your life instantly as soon as you're getting a bit comfortable. No, it starts with one day that's slightly comfortable, one day where you slightly slack off on your diet, one day where you have that cookie when you know when you told yourself you wouldn't have it, one day where you skip the gym when you said you wouldn't skip the gym, one day where you just don't fulfill all of the tasks in your business or in your work that you said you would do and that you just don't. And then the next day, the following week, the month after that, it becomes more and more. There's more and more slacking off. There's more and more comfort. There's more and more complacency. And before you know it, it's really after a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, where everything falls apart in your life and you really fall into a rut. You lose all of the momentum. Now, there's different stages of comfort, and comfort, I should say, could ruin your progress at different stages in your life, right? There's simply being addicted to comfort before actually achieving greatness or achieving any level of success. And then there's the complacency when you achieve some level of success and you start to slip into the bad habits that you used to have that obviously weren't the habits that you did to get to where you are now, right? So you need to be aware of both. If you're watching this and you haven't achieved anything remarkable yet in your life, and you know you're really at the start of your like self-improvement journey, career, business journey, whatever, and you really want to make it big in life, comfort's probably a big element that's holding you back. So just be aware of that, right? Like literally, you should not be scrolling all day every day. You should not be scrolling more than 30 minutes a day, right? I say 30 minutes because look, like I'd say a bit unrealistic and somewhat unnecessary to not do it at all. Like it's hard not to, especially if you're working online. Even me, I can catch myself scrolling. But the thing is you don't want to do it excessively. You want to do it maximum 30 minutes a day, and if possible, just cut it out completely. I have days where there's literally no distractions, no YouTube, no Instagram, whatever. I don't use TikTok, and those are like the best days in my business. Sometimes I go weeks on end with that, but my business is online based, it's social media based, so it is hard to obviously cut that out completely, right? Since I am on my phone a lot. But the point is if you can limit that drastically and replace the bad habits of the comforts, right? For example, you replace your 2 hours of scrolling with 2 hours of reading, just as an example, or 1 hour of reading and 1 hour of building a new business. Your 2 hours of binge watching a series, you replace that with maybe 2 hours going to the gym, right? Like the commute, the gym, and the commute back, right? The 2 hours total, for example. That's the best way to do it. It's the best way to combat comfort, is to get addicted to the right things rather than getting addicted to the wrong things, right? You're probably addicted to many bad things right now, right? Whether that's cheap dopamine on TikTok, scrolling on social media, porn, right? That's a terrible, terrible addiction to have. But it's possible to remove those habits out of your life if you replace them with another addiction. An addiction that is good. An addiction to the gym. An addiction to building your business, to self-improvement, to becoming a very competent man. Excuse me, I'm sweating a bit. It's pretty hot here in this car in the middle of summer, in the middle of August. Anyway, get addicted to the right things and start small, obviously, like take it step by step. You don't need to just all of a sudden, if you have like 5 bad habits, replace them with 5 good things. No, like do it step by step, do it one by one, the most high priority one first, of course. And you're going to see, like, before you know it, once you build these good habits, comfort and complacency will be out of your life completely, and you'll finally be able to achieve sustainable growth, sustainable success, because you'll actually be aware of it, for one, but then secondly, you're, as I say, building up the habits and the addictions to the right things rather than the wrong things. And you're not going through life blindly wondering why you don't have any results, because, this is what most people do, is they don't really know that they're addicted to comfort. They don't know that they're complacent. They say that they want success, but then you look at their screen time, you look at what they're doing on their phone, 3 hours on Instagram over here, 30 minutes on porn every day, and whatever, 1 hour talking to friends that will never actually help them succeed, right? Like all these distractions, if you can't actually see success, sustainable success anyway, if you have those habits. That's the bottom line. So do something about it if that's you right now. Do what I just said there. Get addicted to the right things and you'll start seeing results. See you in the next video.